Amazing audience, we are live with David Kosciusko. Did I get that correct?
Yes.
Boom. David Kosciusko. He's real. Like, he was on the podcast, and he's the real thing, right? Like, I can shake him, right? He's the real thing. Again, we are in, where right now, David? Where am I right now?
This is Warwick, Rhode Island.
Oh, sweet. So we're in Warwick. Just met Terry Wilderman, and now, hey, we're at David. Just finding out what he's doing, get an update as to what's going on. So please, without further ado, what's new?
What's new? For a lot. I mean, ever since you've interviewed me, things have just continue to grow, and kind of a lot of the same stuff going on, just a lot more of it, I guess.
Which is good.
Yep.
Now, our interview was pretty quick, because you're a guy that you're direct, you get things done, right?
I guess, yeah, it's probably more. Yeah.
Now, tell us about what you do in the online space, please.
All right, so right now, as I've always done for the last 5 years, I sell phones and electronics on eBay. I have a small chain of cell phone repair stores, and right now I teach people how to make money selling phones and electronics on eBay. As we average, pretty good amount, usually like $15,000 to $20,000 a month in phones and electronics. So,
sweet.
I think when you interviewed me, I was just starting up teaching people, and now that's kind of grown quite a bit. Now my YouTube channel is at about 22,000 subscribers.
Wow.
And so that's kind of cool. Oh yeah, it's nice. I mean, it's I've been able to help a lot of people.
Yeah.
And that's good. I have now kind of like this ongoing like show. It's called the Phone Flipping Superstars on my channel, where like
who came up with that name?
The Phone Flipping Superstars?
Yeah.
I guess it just kind of evolved. I came up at one day, just you want to be a phone flipping superstar, and it just kind of happened. And I was like, well, what's a good benchmark? And it's like, any student who hits 10,000 a month.
Right.
I figured that that's kind of worthy of recognition, right? So now we've had over 40 something students in just the last year that have become phone flipping superstars.
I love it.
So yeah.
Well, that's great. So where can people go to find out more on how they can become a phone flipping superstar?
So my YouTube channel is youtube.com/win at life with Dave. That's all one word, win at life with Dave.
Yeah.
Or you can try to attempt my name online right now. You can go to davidkosciusko.com, davidkosciusko.com, and there's a free ebook there that shows you how to get started if you're interested.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, one of the segments we like to cover is your own unique real shoes. I see you're wearing a nice pair of shoes there, right?
No, nothing fancy. Yeah.
But what happens is people do see your shoes, and then sometimes they aren't able to see the journey you've walked, right?
Sure.
What has been one of the struggles you've battled with over the last 2 years?
I think it's the typical struggles we all face, just growing, trying to overcome those obstacles, get to the next step. Learn the things that we don't know. I think it's just like anything. And then my own personal battles and journey, I've grown as a person. I think the more we develop in life and whatever we're trying to get to, the more we have to face our own demons and problems and be aware of what's holding us back, and then work on those things. So I think that's something that I've learned myself, is to kind of work on my own personal issues as well as I grow.
How have you been working with those? Like, is it reading? Are you studying? Are you using accountability groups? What are you using to do that?
I think all of the above.
Okay.
I try to read at least a book a day if I can. Sometimes that doesn't always happen, but I usually at least read 3 to 5 books a week. And, I mastermind with my friends. I have a lot of friends that do about 7 figures, and, I try to spend at least 15 minutes a day just on a video conference with the friend, saying, hey, what's working for you, what's not. Let's see how we can grow and do this. And I think that's helped a lot. I think the accountability and working with someone helps push each other. The bigger you get, the harder things get sometimes. So we all have our ups and downs. So when you get it down, you have your buddy to kind of back you up and help you.
Yeah,
I think that's good.
Helps, right?
Yeah.
And when we spoke, you spoke and you were so quick, like 8 minutes and 16 seconds, if I'm not mistaken, right? In something that was supposed to be 12 minutes. But like, he just hit all of the questions. Do you remember what was your earliest childhood memory when we spoke?
I don't remember. I don't think the answers to the questions that I answered for our interview. My earliest childhood memory, I think it might have been doing stuff with my grandmother when I was younger.
Okay.
I can't remember if that's what it was or not.
With your father, though.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Disney World.
Disney World. Oh, it's funny because I actually was going to say that.
Oh,
and then
really?
I changed my mind. I should have just put my first initial thought. Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
What happened in Disney World?
I think it was a squirrel ran up. Was
go.
that what it was? That's so funny. Yeah, I guess that is my earliest childhood memory. Yeah, a squirrel had run up my father's, right up his leg and down his back. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. Now you have a daughter, right?
Yep.
Are you concerned with what she's fascinated with as she's growing up?
Oh yeah, definitely, absolutely. She's a pretty unique little character herself. Right now, she's into gymnastics big. We just signed her up for that. She wants to be an Olympic gymnast. So,
sweet, very possible.
Yeah, I'm really excited about helping her get to that. We signed her up in a gymnastics academy, and she has a fascination with making slimes right now. So she's kind of like a slime connoisseur.
That's great. Now, amazing audience, we've already gotten to the point with this guy, right? But I'm really attempting to get him past 12 on this particular conversation, right?
Sure.
Right? Well, the uniqueness.
Well, I think one of those things I had to work on, I said I had to work on myself, was talking too fast.
Yeah.
So I try to slow it down now a little bit,
So your uniqueness, what would you put as your own unique real style, your own unique real strength?
I think, you can usually tell your strengths by what people say about you, typically, And one thing I've always, even when I was doing bad or good, people always just said, Dave, you're highly motivated. So, I try to use that, I think as a way to motivate others. Somehow I have this like natural energy of motivation, I guess. So that's probably a strength of mine. That, and I think strategy. I've always been good at anything that has to do with strategy, whether it's chess, Monopoly. I'm actually ranked as one of the top Magic the Gathering players in the United States.
Serious?
Yeah. So, and that's a big strategy. I'm a super nerd, so I guess that's my superpowers. I'm a nerd.
I love it.
Yeah.
Now, when you heard that this guy from the Caribbean that you spoke to almost 2 years ago was coming to meet you, what did you think?
Why does this guy want to come see me? There's a lot more interesting things to do. No, I'm just kidding.
I was interviewing a guy earlier on, right? We were in Connecticut, and he said, "Hey, don't interview me. You won't have a camera anymore, right?" Well, that's great. That's great. Do you have any questions, my friend?
Not too much. You're the one supposed to be asking the questions, right? Because the interview.
Come on, ask one question.
Is there anybody watching this right now? Let's
see. Yeah, there are a few people. Hey, Gabriel, what's up? Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. How you doing, by the way? Anybody watching this?
All the way in Trinidad, yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the things we've realized is that individuals speak about their children and their children not being in alignment with who they are in terms of the family knit model, right? Have you seen that with your daughter, where the family model seems to be, there is a disconnect?
I don't really believe in family models. I'm not a big fan of that type of stuff. I try to believe in everybody as an individual. We all have our own tastes, desires, and wants, and I try to encourage more the individuality in anybody like that I coach, or like family, or my daughter, or my wife. We all have different things we want. What I want in life is definitely not going to be the same thing my daughter is going to want. So, whatever she wants, I just try to support what I can do to get it to be the best of whatever she wants, if that makes sense.
Yeah. That is amazing. Well, my friend, in closing, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
As far as what is it something that your audience is looking for? Like, what do they want to see?
I think everybody is looking for happiness right now. Some people are doing it through money, in terms of, hey, can I get to that money goal that makes me comfortable, right? And then there are some people that are looking, who have gotten the money, but are looking for more. Speak to the two of them.
So for me, I've gotten a taste of both in life. I have a pretty happy family life, and we've traveled the country, and I've got a lot of freedom, and I've also done 7 figures in a year now in business. So I think for either one of those things, I would say, for happiness, just generally try to do a whole lot more of what you like in your life and do a lot less of what you don't. And as stupid and simple as that sounds, it's sometimes harder to carry out than we think. But write down a list of all the things during the day that you don't want to do anymore, and start and try to work towards not doing those. I know, like me, I enjoy freedom and being an individual myself, so I never really wanted to have a boss. So that was a big thing of mine, to work towards freedom and working from home and do whatever I want. And you know, I have to say that goes kind of hand in hand with the happiness. Now that I'm doing what I want and being more of me, I think that leads to being happy. And in return, because I love what I do, I make more money because I'm probably better at it than someone who's just doing it for the money, because I love it.
That's great. There's one powerful thing through conversations. There's always one takeaway that I get, right? Now, you told me a Bruce Lee quote, right? Do you remember? It was with the 1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says, "I don't fear the man who does 10,000 kicks one time. I fear the man who does one kick 10,000 times."
Love it. Yeah, there we go. Amazing audience. This guy is the real deal. David, so far I've gotten you to 10 minutes and 47 seconds. How can I do it? I mean, everything is so potent, right? But most definitely, what are you most excited about right now?
I'm launching a new product actually right now. It's a product on how to make decision-making skills in your life that got me to a 7-figure-a-year business. It's called the 10 Rules, and actually just filmed our second video today. That's what I'm most excited about, because one thing I've always wanted to do is I love helping people and transform. I come from a rough background, as you know. You know, we all have our own stories, but you know, to now be where I am today and be able to accomplish a lot of the goals that I have, I'd like to be able to give that to other people, you know. So I'm kind of coming up with a program now that shows people like the decision-making skills that got to me where I am. You know, where it's like doing things like reading or taking those first, you know, like my first rule is called First Step Fearless. It's, you know, a lot of the things we want to accomplish in life, we don't do them because we're just scared to take that first step. So just the first video alone is an hour of, you know, how to overcome the fear of just taking that first step. Because I find if I can even just take one little step, just something, even if I'm terrible at it, it usually leads to me doing a lot better just taking the first step.
Love it.
I don't know if that helps at all.
That definitely helps, David. Again, David Kosciusko. Did I get that correct?
Yes, you did it.
Boom,
good job.
Boom, boom. He's real. Thanks, amazing audience. This guy is the real deal.